Alright guys, my name is Nicholas Paris here. I just got first place at my locals for a box tournament. I played True Draco, Pure, and I just want to give you guys a quick deck profile. Shout out to Team 8, team I'm under. Guys are fantastic, very friendly, great team, a lot of experienced players there. I just want to give a big shout out to them. Alright, here we go. 1, you got Dynamite Knight. Dynamite Knight is amazing. He is the GOAT of the deck. He puts in so much work. Really, he allows you to get all of your traps and everything. Got to have one of him. We run 3 of the Ignis Heat. Ignis Heat is fantastic. Ignis Heat gives you all of your spells. Great for going second. Definitely recommend having 3 of him. I only play 2 Maidens. Reason I only play 2 Maidens is because Maiden is she's not the worst one, but you don't want to have multiples of her in hand, so I opted to only run 2. I could see her at 3, maybe in a late game, because I do run Pot of Desires, and banishing too many True Draco monsters is bad, but she's okay. I liked her at 2. I ran the Spellbook engine, so I have 2 Blue Boy. Originally, I was only running 1 Blue Boy, 1 Secrets, 1 Knowledge, but I didn't have a Secrets going into this event. So I ran 2 Blue Boy and 2 Knowledge, and honestly, I loved it. There were a couple times I did brick with the Knowledge in hand, and I couldn't do anything, but I always had Diagram to pop it, so the 2 Blue Boy was fantastic. Trips Diagram, and I only run 2 Terraforming. The reason only for the 2 Terraforming is because you don't want to have multiple field spells in hand. That sucks. It's really bad. You don't want to have 2 Terraforming in hand, a Diagram Terraforming, so I went for 2 Terraforming, just because you want to have less brickier hands. Three Heritage. Heritage, self-explanatory. It's amazing. You want to run 3 of each. So, again, self-explanatory. The True Draco spells, they pop all of your opponent's back row, give you additional tribute summons. 3 card Demise, practically the MVP. Gives you so much advantage. Gotta have 3. 2 pot. I just was going between 1 and 2, but I went with the 2 because I didn't have the Spellbook of Secrets. Honestly, I loved it at 2. There was one time I potted into a second pot, but I side Twin Twisters. I was able to pitch it, or I would just use Diagram to pop it, so it didn't really matter. Pod Duality, 2. Knowledge at 2. It's so good. Having the Spellbook of Knowledge is fantastic. It's like I run 4 Pot of Desires in my deck without having to banish the 10 cards. Now onto the traps. I run 3 Apocalypse, 1 Return. The traps are probably the best part of this deck. Apocalypse has put in so much work and won me so many games. The fact that you can pop something and you can do it during the damage step and it halves, like it's ridiculous. Apocalypse literally won me so many games. I run 3 Rivalry, 2 Fragrance. So Rivalry, I run the 3 Rivalry and not just 2, because Rivalry I feel is like the best floodgate right now. You flip Rivalry and you practically win. I run the anti-spells because there's a lot of decks that rely on spells, including my deck. And I feel like anti-spell is just a really good slow contender. It forces your opponent to play slower, and then you could also pop their spells and traps during their turn when they set them. During your turn when they set them. So you can use like Diagram or Tribute a monster, use your spell, you go to the graveyard, you pop their spell and trap. So I feel like anti-spell is really good right now. And you can also remove it too, which is fantastic. Now for effect negation, I run 2 Erupt, 1 Lose One Turn, 1 Skill Drain. Now, the reason I run just the 1 Skill Drain and 2 Erupt is because Skill Drain is activated on its own, whereas Erupt, you have to have a tribute summon monster to use it. And I love Erupt. Erupt is fantastic, and I'd rather have Erupt over the Skill Drain, but a Skill Drain, again, works by itself. Same with Lose One Turn. That's why I run the 1 Lose One Turn. I found that, though, I don't run any more effect negation because in playtesting, a lot of decks were able to play around the erupt or the lose one turn. So I only wanted it when I needed it, and I didn't want to have too many. That's why I opted for more rivalry and the anti-spells. So this card, I always saw it when I needed it. I didn't see too much, and the rivalry and anti-spells were fantastic, and they won me games. So that's it for the main deck. We're going to go on to the side deck. Alright, so I only run 3 monsters. I side in the Amanos. Amano is fantastic. So he honestly will win you games too. Like I've summoned him not just to stop hand traps. My opponent makes this disgusting U board, or if my opponent makes, you know, all like Burning Abyss. I'm against a Burning Abyss deck, and he, you know, did the typical combo, made Beatrice. I just dropped a mono, and then they went all the plays. I just got rid of his entire field. He couldn't get any advantage off of it, and then he practically just won me the game. So Amano is disgusting, and he is amazing. I side in to Twin Twister. Now, Twin Twister was fantastic. It did put in a lot of work with the Trickstar matchups. Anything with back row, really. The Twin Twister is really great for that. I think I'd keep it at 2. I don't know if I would go to 3 or not. I side in the 3 evenly matched. So I never saw it. When I did see it, I didn't need it. I was already winning. So yeah, that's about it. What I mean by I never saw it, I mean like I never saw it and used it. 2 Unending Nightmares, never used it. In theory, it would be good against the mirror match and other decks like Altergeist, but I didn't use it. Trips and Permanents, I sided it. I only got it once or twice, and it wasn't a game changer, but it was nice to have, and you know, it's great against the Goki matchup, especially if you get it going when you go second, they go first. I only played 1 Goki matchup, and we got repaired. So he went first, and I ended up winning the first round. So, and then after the first round, we got repaired. So that's how that went. Two red reboots. Again, I only sided it once. I never used it. I could have used it once, but I opted against it because I didn't want to give my opponent the extra trap. But it's good. I don't have any issues with red reboot. I think that if I didn't go against Altergeist, if I had gone against Altergeist, I think it would have put in a lot more work. But overall, though, I love the deck. I wouldn't change anything. I think it's a fantastic deck. Definitely going to be one of the better decks going into the next format. But yeah, if you have any questions or if you got any ideas, feel free to hit me up and send me a message. All right, thanks again.